The Backyardigans is a very fun show, but which one of them would make the best roommate when filling out a college application? Well, I have 2 episodes of Backyardigans to watch, and I have the Backyardigans Wikipedia page to scour through to figure this out. So, follow along on this Backyardigans background check to figure out which Backyardigans would make the best backyard background roommate.
In the place where we belong, or we'll probably sing a song, and we'll maybe dance along.
So, I actually lied in the intro. I will be watching 3 episodes of the Backyardigans, which are these 3 main double feature stories, which are Super Secret Super Spy, Tale of the Mighty Knights, and Robot Rampage. Now, these 3 episodes are part of the Backyardigans' big backyard adventure. The only reason I'm talking about them in this video is because yesterday I spent 4 hours watching these 3 episodes and many more episodes of the Backyardigans to figure out this video. The first episode, Super Secret Super Spy, follows Pablo, who is Mr. Secret, and he is a super secret super spy. Now, this episode features the one song from TikTok last year, which is Super Secret Super Spy. It's the main theme of this episode. The episode is pretty good. It follows Mr. Secret as he thwarts the Lady in Pink, which is played by Uniqua. It's just a fun little spy thriller, and Mr. Secret has a bunch of silly gadgets that at his disposal, and the enemies go, "We'll get you next time." It's just a little funny. It's based off of, James Bond. And yeah, pretty good episode. The next episode is The Mighty Knights. And The Mighty Knights, it's medieval, it's fun. The best part about this episode is the puns. The Mighty Knights, which are Tyrone and Uniqua, are told to protect an egg. Pablo is the king. He tells them to protect an egg. They go, "Oh, this is so easy, it's just an egg." But then the egg starts bouncing around. It finds Grabby Goblin, played by Austin. It grows legs and starts running away. Tasha, and then it goes up a mountain. The egg was a dragon, incredibly. Anyways, we're getting off topic. One of the best parts of the episode is the puns. There's a bunch of egg jokes. And, kids love puns. I love puns as well. The egg jokes are just thrown in there so well. As the egg grows legs and starts sprinting away from the group, Uniqua just goes, "That's one runny egg." So, it was such a stupid joke. It's so good. The episode was great. And then the final episode is Robots Rampage, where Austin plays the lead character, which, love for Austin. He's my favorite. And he's a robotic repairman. And it's in a city where robots never malfunction. And then suddenly they do. And what's the cause? It's Pablo, who's playing the evil guy this adventure, who's causing all the robots to malfunction and become under his control. And then the others need to stop that. It's a pretty good one. One negative thing about this, and now this is a kids show, so I don't want to criticize it for being a kids show. Each one of these episodes and every episode has a main song that gets played multiple times and gets annoying, of course. And that's fine. It's a kids show. I'm not going to blame it for doing that. But in this episode, the main theme was played 3 times in a row, and then not again. Why did they play it 3 separate times in a row? It was just a little much, to be quite honest. And so that's that episode. Anyways, on to the Wikipedia segment. So, for the Wikipedia page, we're going to be focusing on the main character sections in this part. We're not going to care about the plots or the episodes or anything. We're just going to focus on the characters. Now, Uniqua is a self-confident, adventurous person, as it says here. She is best friends with Pablo and Tyrone. She likes to make her friends laugh, and she usually takes on roles of intelligent creatures that require brains and courage, which is really cool. The creator of the show describes Uniqua as a child she wishes she was like, which is really cool. I always thought that Pablo was the main character because I thought he was in every episode, but I was incorrect. Uniqua is the main character who is actually in every single episode, which is pretty cool. Pablo is a blue penguin, and he tends to overreact. He tends to have hyper panic attacks, and he has some sort of OCD kind of thing where he wants to make sure everything goes according to plan, which is crazy because the show is about imagination and people will throw wrenches into every single story that you create. And yeah, Pablo, fun character that just has
freak out attacks. It says that it usually happened in season 1, and then they got rid of it and only did it a few times after. Tyrone is the moose. He is kind of cool. He's just kind of laid back. He likes to help out. In the episodes I watched, he always was like a helpful side character, whether it's to the heroes or the villains. He was henchman in the super secret super spy, henchman Tyrone. And he's just a supporting character who likes to be friends with people and make everybody have fun. Despite not appearing to wear pants, Tyrone somehow manages to put his hands in his pockets. That's a cool fact. Subscribe if you didn't know that before. Tasha is a yellow hippopotamus who is rational, skeptical, and highly motivated to get her own way. She seems like the butterfly of the group. She likes to make sure that everybody has fun and likes her. Nickelodeon describes her as deceptively sweet and tough as nails. Don't know exactly what that means, but overall I think Tasha is a great trying to impress everybody and have fun. I'm not going to focus exactly on the manipulation part of it, but apparently that's there. Austin, like I said before, is my favorite character. Purple Kangaroo. He's quiet, reserved. Apparently, so if you look at the houses of the Backyardigans, Pablo, Uniqua, and Tyrone, they live in an area where all three of their backyards are connected, and Tasha and Austin have fences between their yards and the main group, which apparently is because Tasha moved in after the other three, and then Austin moved in very recently before the starting series. I know, Backyardigans lore. So those two are a little bit separated from the main three. In every single one of these description boxes, it says Uniqua is best friends with Pablo and Tyrone. Pablo is best friends with Uniqua and Tyrone. And Tyrone is best friends with Pablo and Uniqua. So that's putting those three as the main three characters and Tasha and Austin as the next main characters, which is interesting. But anyways, in later episodes, in like the 2007-2009 era of Backyardigans, Austin becomes more outgoing and is revealed to be smart and imaginative. He rarely appears as a spotlight, which is why I was very happy to see him as a spotlight in the Robot Rampage episode. He's kind of a get-along guy, as listed here. So now that we have more official data about what the Backyardigans are like, let's go back to the other set where we can then conclude this video.
Robot Reba's on a rampage. We've got a robot.
So, on to the final bit of the video where I answer the question, which Backyardigan would make the best college roommate? So, we'll be doing this in 3 tiers, A, B, C. A, great roommate. B, fine roommate. C, wouldn't want that as a roommate. We're going to do this in the order of introductions in the main theme song of the Backyardigans, starting with Pablo. Now, Pablo, having this sort of OCD, pretty smart, but has panic attacks all the time about little details that just barely go wrong, just barely an inconvenience ideas. He would be focused on studies, making sure he gets A's in all classes, and be obsessed over it, and obsessed over a lot of small little detail things. If something's not in place, he's gonna not like it, and he's gonna be vocal about it. So I think he would kind of be a bad roommate. I think it would just be annoying to live with. He would be asking you to clean your side of the room all the time and worried about getting in trouble over any small details. Like if you play a video game past 9 p.m., he's gonna be like, hey, we might get reported, blah, blah, blah. So I just think that Pablo, he goes in the C tier. Next up is Tyrone. Tyrone, I think he just likes to have a good time. He's going to be more popular than the average student. He's going to go to parties every now and then. He's going to have fun. He's going to join a bunch of extracurriculars and make sure that he's always got something to do. He's going to be pretty busy. You might not see him often. Tyrone, if he does get in trouble, and if he does get you in trouble, he's going to take the responsibility. He's going to make sure you don't get punished. I think he would be a fine roommate because of that, and I think he also might be able to get you into some parties and create a social net for yourself. So I think he's going to go into A tier because he's not going to annoy you. He's not going to bother you. He's going to have your back at the end of the day. Next up is Uniqua. Uniqua is the smart character of the group. She's extremely intelligent, she's very curious, and she always likes to take a role of being a smart person, right? As the Wikipedia page said. For that reason, I think she will focus on her grades a lot, just like Pablo. But I think she's going to create study groups. She's going to go to the library a lot. She's not going to bother you as much as Pablo. She's going to overall be a good roommate. And if you need help with your studies and you ask her, she's going to be like, well, I've already got 3 study groups that happen at these 3 times. If any of those work for you, tag along. We'll help you get a better grade. She's going to be a great roommate for helping you out with education. And so I think she also goes in the A tier. Tasha, we learned a little dark secret from her Wikipedia. She can be apparently deceptively sweet. She might be a little mischievous. I'm going to tone it down a bit. She's not going to be evil or anything like that. But she's going to create lots of friends. Like every week she will invite a new friend to tag along in your dorm or quarters or whatever. And that will help you make a lot of friends. It's not going to help you have the best time like with Tyrone, and it's not going to help you so much with your grades, but she might help you create a friend group. She will be the first person to go in the B tier. She's not like the best roommate, and she probably won't like help make sure you're the popular girl. She might make sure that she's the popular girl. She might be a little bit more self-centered than we think. And so because of that, I'm not putting her in A tier, because she's not just going to help you out without any like benefit of her own, but she will help you out. She will make sure that you have the opportunity to create a lot of new friends. Because of that, she's going in the B tier. The final one is Austin. Now, Austin is kind of like Schrodinger's cat to me. He can be one of 2 things. First, I feel like he does weed. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like he might be the stereotypical goes out drinking a lot, partying, getting in trouble. And he's probably gonna make your room a mess and have the smell of weed when he comes back, and maybe your room might smell like weed. And you know, nothing against weed or anything, but I just feel like he's gonna do it a lot. Or he's gonna be a theater kid, alright? In one of the episodes, in the Mighty Knight episode, he played Grabby Goblin. He had the most theatrical dance, and nobody else was there. It was just him and an egg. And he was doing a full crazy ballerina dance and this crazy song. You know, it said that he started off really shy and then he got more outgoing as the show went on. I think he would join theater by the time he's in high school, and then in college he might do theater stuff there as well. I think Austin either always gets high or drunk, or does a lot of theater where he might also get high a lot. But anyways, I think it goes in C tier. He's not going to be helpful in any way. Like, if you aren't into weed, he adds no benefit. If you're not into theater, he adds no benefit. They're very niche things that won't make a good roommate. So either way, I think he goes in C tier. I just don't know which one of those is worse, honestly. And so, at the end of the day, I think the best roommates would be either Tyrone or Uniqua. One for if you want to have a good time and make a bunch of friends and have somebody who will have your back at all times in terms of creating a social life. And for Uniqua, I think she will just be an extremely kind and helpful roommate. She will help you pass all your classes if you ask. I don't think she's gonna be this nerdy, actually, you're like Pablo would be. I think Uniqua and Tyrone are the 2 best roommates. I think both of them are great roommates for different reasons. Tasha would be a fine roommate. Pablo and Austin, not the people you would want to live with. I think they would be fine to hang out with, but I don't think they would make good roommates. I just don't know if Austin would be a stoner or a theater kid. And again, I don't know which one would be worse.